Good morning. Welcome to the homestead. Well, I took yesterday off. It was very, very cold, and it did not warm up all day. The temperature got to 52, but it did not feel like 52. It was just so chilling. There was no sun in the sky, maybe for a minute, but then it disappeared, and this morning feels way warmer than it did all day yesterday, and it's quite cold this morning, but you can't tell. It is weird kind of how just the different things like the sun and the wind will cause you to be colder or hotter. Anyhow, I was going to mow today, and I may still mow, but it rained all night last night, so it might be kind of gummy to try to mow. So maybe a little later in the day when the raindrops come off of the grass and kind of settle somewhere. So I'm going to find out what to do. Until I figure out what I'm going to do, stay tuned. And thank you for watching. Continue to watch us. Well, we now know what has been attacking Eclipse. The opossum, I don't think, was the attacker. Yes, the opossum huge was probably in the garage, probably ate a lot of the food and got into the water. But the attackers were two big cats. And I think I have footage. I might have deleted it, but let me show you. Yep, throughout the night they kept coming back. I blocked it with a sandbag. They climbed through. Not good. So we are now in the process of trying to figure out other things. And so we ordered a cat house, and we ordered a small fencing to go underneath the RV so they can't go hiding under there. And the other night it wasn't that late, and they attacked, or somebody attacked Eclipse right there on the step, and she peed herself out of fear because she was broadsided, caught off guard, I should say. And I let her in. Poor thing was shaking like a leaf. This is not good, and this is not going to be very good at all, because this only leaves us two choices. One, leave her to fend for herself and hope she does okay. Two, take her with us and have her in the house all the time, which she won't like, and my daughter's dogs won't like. Three, lock her up in the RV when we're gone with the litter box and the food and the water, and make her stay inside the whole time when we're gone. Right away, we're only gone for 2, 3, 4 days at a time. So that's one option out of 3. I don't know. But if we can get her secure, pinning her into the garage so she can't come out might also be an option. Making sure that she's inside, but nobody can go in there with her. That's, I guess, a fourth option. We got a lot of thinking to do, but we have a few days to make that decision. And so, anyway, Eclipse has been inside the last couple of nights, and we did buy some cat traps, and we're going to start trying to trap the cats when they enter the garage. Eclipse will be inside on those days when we're trying to catch the cats. At this point, it's just those two cats. They've been around for a while. They've been brazen. They attacked her when we were way out there working, and she got attacked over here by one of them. And so basically, if we could trap those cats and take them to the animal shelter, if they're tagged, their owners can come get them. If they're not tagged, well, I think they're feral, so and they look healthy, but of course they look healthy. we've been feeding them on accident. One of the things we said we were going to do that we have not done yet is to take this step that's right here in front of the closed cottage and level it out. Right now it's rocky. It was really dry when we placed it there, and it was really hard to dig in the dirt. So we said, well, we'll do it when the weather gets a little bit moisture. And we haven't done it yet, and it kind of bugs me because it does that wobble wobble. So I'm going to see if I can level it out somewhat and take care of that. I'm also seeing a lot of black clouds coming our way. So, don't know if it's done raining or not. But while we have the time, we better do the work. Perfect. Another minor thing I have to do is get rid of that blue tub. Go dump it over on the straw pile over there. Decided not to put it on the burn pile, especially now since it's rained. So I'll put it over there. I'm going to get a blade and I'm going to cut off the tape that I've taped around the plugs to all the Christmas lights, and remove the Ziploc bags and get ready to take the Christmas down. Now I'm not going to bore you with me taking all the Christmas down, but I do want to show you what I'm referring to when I say the tape and the plastic bags. So take a look over here. As you can see, all of our outlets where the plugs of the Christmas lights come together, we have a plastic bag over it and tape around the bottom so that no water gets to the plugs. Also, everywhere we have plugs coming together, we taped them. This one right here, and you can see all this water would have been inside that bag, but it's been taped, everything's plugged in and nicely staying dry. As you can see with this snake, I've already started to remove the connecting tape and bag, but you can see how everything, the end of these are taped because they have that connector that connects them together, and so they're all taped and sealed. So basically that's what I mean by removing the tape and the bags. You see, I don't recall my parents or anybody really taping around the outlets at Christmas lights. We didn't used to, but then we kept having outages, and we figured it must be the moisture going into the wire. And you know, water and electricity, they don't match. So it's been a good 20, 30 years ago that we started taping or placing the connecting ends in plastic bags to assure that they didn't short out or, you know, any bad stuff happening. Well, where we used to live decade ago, it didn't hardly rain at all. 11 inches for an entire year. And so when it did rain, if we forgot one, it was kind of no big deal because it just it was misty, it was rainy. But then we moved to the Bay Area and we were in a pocket that got 54 inches of rain a year. And that was not the average. I think the average was 39 inches a year. But that first year that I was there, it rained 59 inches. And our electricity was going out constantly. But by that time, I had already started sealing the ends and putting them in bags, and it's a good thing too. But now we're here, and it rains a lot here, and I'm not sure what the average is, but it's a lot more than the average it was in the Bay Area. So the more rain we get, the more puddles we create. We cannot have electricity sitting in plugs. We cannot have electricity or the plugs sitting in water. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I did. So now I'm just going to go around and cut them all and prepare to remove the Christmas decorations. And I'll do a little bit at a time. It does look like it's going to rain again, so I won't cut them all and remove all the bags. I'll just start segments like I did this one and move my way along. And whatever, if it does start to rain, whatever's still connected will be safe. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to bore you though. I'll be back. We brought Freddie out to wander around in the penned area with Baxter. This is the second time since summertime that he's been out, and I think he likes it. Okay, as you see, I decided to cut down a couple of trees. It's actually a pretty tall tree. I was surprised. It was hung up on that other branch that's above it, so it didn't come down fast, which was a good thing because I didn't know it was that tall. And there's some other trees, branches that I want to trim up over on this side because Lee keeps hitting his head. And I put some chairs next to the fire over here, the fire pit, and I know he'll clunk his head or stab him. It is a thorn tree, so stab's probably more the right word. So I want to get that down, but I also got the cat, the dog, and the other cat. Both cats and the dog are inside the pen right here, which is really close to where I want to drop that branch. So I don't want to, it's not a big branch though, and it will fall on this side. I just don't want to spook them. But I think I'm going to do it anyway because that branch needs to come down. These two trees right here and right here, they have to come down, but they are very tall and aiming that way. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take them down. This tree, which forks, is a good tree. It's a boat and he's going to stay, but this one's going. That one back there is also a boat and that tree is going as well. The whole cluster of trees up here is going, and that is going. But I'm not going to do any of that because they're broad, not big, but wide, and they're already starting to break. So I'm just going to call this good for this little section here. Lee shouldn't stab himself. If he cuts through here, he'll stab himself. I'll take that branch down. It's real important that I get all the twigs picked up because, as you can see, there are thorns throughout there. We come out here in our slippers. This will be very painful in our foot. So I think that's good. I think I'm done for this section right here.